This is the morning weather update from delrayvaweather.com. It is October the 2nd, 2015. What you see up on the screen is the latest National Hurricane Center track, probability track for Hurricane Joaquin. This came out a few minutes ago at 8 a.m. And it's an intermediate advisory. It's still showing that Joaquin is a Category 4 with sustained winds of 130 mile an hour. It's showing also that it has moved a little bit west and a little bit north. It's sort of heading in a northwesterly direction at very slow rate of 3 miles per hour. The westerly position is 74.8 west, and I'm pointing that out because some meteorologists think that if it moves past 75 degrees west before it really starts its northerly track, that the track may be closer to the east coast. So over the next few advisories, we need to sort of keep an eye on that westerly coordinate and see exactly what it's doing. Okay, this is the infrared satellite image of the United States, showing Joaquin down here in the right lower corner, and it's staying pretty much still. The last few frames look like the width of the hurricane is expanding a bit. Could indicate that it is trying to strengthen, and so we need to keep an eye on that over the next 3 or 6 hours to see if the National Hurricane Center ups the sustained wind speed. Okay, this is from the website Tropical Tidbits. I'll show you a couple of things here first, and then I'll focus in on something else. This is the model track guidance for many of the existing models that are run around the world. What this is saying is that the vast majority of the models are now saying that this storm is going to stay offshore. There are a couple of models. There's like 2, 4, 5 models out of all of these models that still are showing a East Coast landfall. So it's not totally out of the realm of possibility that we could see East Coast landfall. And my personal thought is I want to see what the hurricane does over the next 24 hours. So I really think I'm not going to call an all clear for the East Coast until about this time tomorrow. We definitely need to see this storm turn north to get a better idea of which of these models reality is going to match. So just keep that in mind. Still think you should do at least some minor preparations. It's worth looking at your storm drains, particularly from the rain we're having today, your sump pumps, and get batteries and prepare for power outages. Okay, now I want to go to this thing here. What Tropical Tidbits does is it takes the GFS model of the atmosphere and then looks back at in the past histories of hurricanes to see which hurricanes seem to fit the weather patterns and the position to the current hurricane. This indicates over in this corner a whole list of hurricanes, past hurricanes, and this is the an indicator of how good a match the hurricane is to Joaquin. As you can see, it's showing that Hurricane Josephine that occurred October the 9th, 1984, has a .614 accuracy for correlation. That's actually pretty high for a match of such a random event. So there's some pretty good confidence that Josephine may serve as a good analog of what Joaquin is going to do. Okay, this is from Wikipedia. It's Hurricane Josephine 1984, and I can bring up the track that it took. Josephine was positioned, started out a little further east, intensified, and then it got to be a major hurricane. Came up the east coast, about Ocean City. It took a jog in towards shore, but then reversed and went out and did a little curlicue here. So definitely we're going to keep an eye on some probably late Sunday to see if it takes a similar jog and see if it does change direction back out east. A lot of the models, including the Euro model, does show a slight jog to Joaquin, so it's not out of the realm of possibility that we'll see something like that. Okay, this is the HRRR. This is the high resolution rapid refresh model of the National Weather Service. It only goes out to 15 hours, but it's refreshed every hour, on the hour. Usually it starts on the hour and it gets done about on the half hour. This is one of the first times we can actually see Joaquin on this model, and it's showing that it's. Let me bring this back to here. Okay, it's showing that it was in the Bahama area currently, and if we advance this up to about 2 p.m. today is the first time that it's showing that the hurricane should start going north. So I think it's worth noting. We're going to probably have an update about 1 p.m. today. I think intermediate update, and it'd be interesting to see if that northwesterly tack moves more northerly in the 1 p.m. Update. That would indicate it would be follow this model a little closer and might give us some insight on where it's going to go. As you can see, this Joaquin is causing some moisture to feed in to the storm up here, and so right now we're slightly above the predicted value for the rain. But we'll keep an eye on that as well. Okay, this is the HRRR tight into DC, and I want to show you this because of the rain we're going to have today. This is showing the wind, but the rain today is probably going to be between 1 3/4 and 2.5 inches of rain over the 24-hour period. The rain is going to start increasing in probably about 45 minutes from when I'm doing this broadcast, about 9 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time in the Alexandria area, and it's going to be pretty much at least a rate of 1/10 of an inch an hour, and potentially it's going to be going up to 1/4 of an inch an hour a little later today. Okay, this is the Iowa State meteogram for over Washington Reagan National Airport, and it's showing this is showing precipitation accumulation, all the different models are saying. So currently, if we average all of the model projections out to Saturday at 8 p.m., it's talking about 1.25 inches of rain. On the high end, we have the latest NAM. It says about 2.1 inches of rain, and on the low end, we're showing. Let me see what we got here. Yeah, we're showing about the 1.2 inches. There's several models here that are not showing anything. Okay, so the takeaway is we still have a chance that Joaquin could make landfall. Not a good chance, but a chance. So we really won't know absolutely positively for sure until about 6 a.m. tomorrow, Saturday. We're going to have quite heavy rains today with very gusty winds. Probably, I think it's going to be around 2 inches today by midnight, maybe 2.25 inches of rain. And we're going to have our peak wind probably sometime Sunday, and that could be upwards of gusts of 40 mile an hour. So with rain and the gusty winds, it's going to cause some of the trees to be a little weakened in the ground, and so the real possibility of power outages today through Sunday morning. Okay, if you have any questions, give me a tweet at PatPend, PatPend, and I'll try and answer them. Thanks a lot.